My beloved child, pause for a moment and draw near to my voice, for I yearn to reassure you of the tender care that envelops you at all times, and I long to fill your heart with unshakable confidence in my everlasting love, which flows endlessly like a mighty, life-giving stream. I want you to know beyond any doubt that I watch over you with a protective gaze that never wavers, never dims, never turns away, not even in your most vulnerable moments. Do remember that I have seen every tear, every silent hope, every fleeting joy, and every hidden sorrow in your soul, and I hold them all with gentle compassion. I want you to stand firm in the light of this assurance. You are never alone, for I am always with you, faithfully guarding your life, gently guiding your steps, and pouring out my love upon you in ways you may not fully comprehend right now. Believe with your whole heart, for I am here to strengthen you and to uphold you, now and forever. My child, open your heart freely, for I see a deep longing within you to find solace and a steadfast anchor that cannot be shaken, no matter how fierce the storms of life may be. I see how you have tried to carry heavy burdens on your own shoulders, weighed down by uncertainty about tomorrow, about those you cherish, and about the hopes you hold so dear. I ask you now, do you not realize that I have always been near, whispering encouragement, ensuring that even in your darkest hour, a ray of hope shines through? Do not shy away from my embrace, for I long to bring you a peace that passes all understanding. Step forward and let your heart rest in my unwavering presence, for I am your refuge and your hiding place, and I will lead you toward horizons filled with warmth, promise, and the fullness of life. I desire to see you blossoming in confidence, rooted in a certainty that transcends circumstances, for I am the one who crafts miracles out of the mundane, turning water into a fountain of wonders. There is no valley too dark that my light cannot penetrate, no mountain too high that I cannot help you ascend, and no desert too dry that I cannot refresh with living water. When the world seems to press down on you, and doubt tries to steal the hope in your heart, remember that I am the foundation on which you stand, solid and everlasting. Do not let your soul wander in the wilderness of uncertainty. Instead, come to me. Let your concerns rest in my hands, and allow me to fill you with a faith so vibrant that it resonates in every fiber of your being. Trust that I am working in ways beyond your immediate understanding, orchestrating beauty from every hardship, and weaving my goodness into every aspect of your journey. I cherish you with a love that stands tall and unwavering, a love that endures beyond the boundaries of time and space, covering you like a comforting blanket on the coldest of nights. Let your fears dissolve, knowing my protection surrounds you, and my gentle voice calls out, reminding you that you are precious in my eyes. Do not let the world's discouragement weigh you down, for my arms are always open to lift you up, to carry you when you can no longer walk, and to cradle you in moments of loneliness. My beloved child, walk forward today and tomorrow with the blessed assurance that I, your constant companion, will never forsake you, and my goodness will be your shield. Now listen as I speak directly into your heart, declaring your inestimable worth, for you are more dear to me than any treasure, and your life is no accident. I formed you with care, intricately woven in love and purpose, and not a single part of you is overlooked by my attentive gaze. Even when you question your own value, let my voice remind you that in my kingdom you are irreplaceable. Indeed, you are set apart like a shining jewel that reflects my glory, and your uniqueness delights me far more than you can imagine. Take hold of this truth, and do not doubt it. I look upon you with pride, and I delight in every step you take toward me, for you are never alone. Keep this in your heart, for it will guide you to new realms of hope and victory. You are indeed a handcrafted masterpiece dear to my heart, and I rejoice every time you lift your eyes heavenward, longing for closeness with me. Although you may sometimes feel unworthy or forgotten, I assure you that I know you intimately, and I celebrate even your smallest achievements. I have placed seeds of greatness in you that you yourself may not yet see, but I see them clearly, and I will nurture them to full bloom in due season. Do not underestimate what I can do through you. Rather, accept my invitation to go forth in boldness, inspired by the knowledge that you are wonderfully made. I promise you that your significance in my eyes transcends any label or measure the world might place upon you. For I am your Creator, your loving Father, and your unwavering champion. When the voices of doubt try to convince you that you are inadequate or unimportant, stop for a moment and remember my words. I have shaped you with my own hands, and I have breathed life into your soul. Never let your heart grow weary in the face of the world's demands, for my affirmation of your value stands above the noise of criticism or judgment. Let me be your shield against such negativity, for my perspective on you is not tainted by the distortions that come from fear or comparison. Instead, let my declaration of love pierce through every lie, reminding you that in my presence you are cherished beyond measure. Lean on this truth, hold it tight, and keep moving forward, for the best is yet to come. I have longed to see you embrace the magnitude of your worth in my eyes, for once you grasp it, no earthly challenge will intimidate you, no adversity will cause you to question your place in my heart. Indeed, I have promised to fill your life with meaning and joy, not because of who you are in the eyes of others, but because of who you are in mine. Whenever you feel tested or overwhelmed by tasks or expectations, remember that my approval is not contingent upon your accomplishments or perfections, but upon the loving bond between us. Take solace in this reality, for I am the one who formed you for a special purpose, and I will never allow your labor or trials to be in vain. Trust in my delight for you, for it will not fade, and let that divine assurance kindle a new fire in your spirit. I know that the path before you can sometimes appear dark, that the uncertainties of life can weigh heavily on your soul, and that you might find yourself questioning where to turn for genuine hope. At times, your heart may race with anxious thoughts, wondering if there is any true remedy for the questions that swirl in your mind. My beloved child, I see every battle raging within you, and I want to draw you near, to press you against my heart, so you can sense my divine heartbeat of compassion. Do not hide your tears. Instead, offer them to me, for I am deeply aware of your weaknesses and your struggles, and I never reject you. Embrace the warmth of my presence, and allow yourself to rest in my peace. I am not distant from your sorrows. On the contrary, I intimately understand every burden that you carry. I have seen you in the midnight hours, eyes swollen and weary, wrestling with fears about tomorrow, with regrets about yesterday, and with questions about your own strength to face the day ahead. Allow me to speak gently to your heart. Do not be ashamed of your struggles, for they do not disqualify you from my love or my plans. Rather, they are the very places where I will pour out my grace more abundantly, proving that my power is made perfect in your weakness. Remember, there is no valley so deep that I will not descend alongside you, no wilderness so vast that my guiding hand cannot lead you through. Therefore, cling to me when the nights feel endless, for joy always comes with the morning. Yes, I know how desperately you yearn for rest and solace, especially when life's battles seem unrelenting, and you wonder whether your prayers are heard at all. But be assured, dear one, that your pleas do not vanish into the night sky. They reach my throne of grace, and I treasure each and every cry. I see the heaviness in your soul, the weight of family responsibilities, the unanswered questions about your future, the longing to be assured that I am indeed working all things for your good. Even in moments when you doubt yourself, I want you to remember, I do not doubt you. You are firmly held in my care, and I will never let you slip away. I understand how disappointment can wrap itself around your heart, making you wonder if you should dare to hope again, or if it's safer to hold back in order to avoid more pain. My child, I invite you to lay that disappointment at my feet, for I am aware of every shattered dream, every broken friendship, every unkept promise that has weighed down your spirit. Let me gather your fragments of broken trust and shape them into something renewed and magnificent, for I specialize in bringing beauty out of the ashes. Allow my presence to remind you that past failures do not dictate your future, nor do they define your relationship with me. Release that sense of defeat and step into a posture of expectation, for I am eager to show you that no storm lasts forever, and that I work even in the midst of turmoil to bring forth blessings you never anticipated. Let me be the one who lifts you from the pit of discouragement. I know the burdens you carry, financial worries, health concerns, regrets for words spoken in haste, and anxieties about what lies ahead. No worry is too insignificant or too overwhelming for me to handle. I am your rock and your salvation, the one who sustains you through every season. Do not hesitate to call upon me whenever your heart is troubled, for I hear you even in your faintest cries. With every breath you take, my spirit is near, offering comfort and a promise that outshines the darkest night. Do not fear the shadows of uncertainty. Rather, look to my light and let it fill every corner of your existence. I declare with unwavering certainty that I am your shield, your defender, and the one who stands guard around you like mighty mountains encircling a calm valley. As a fortress that no enemy can breach, I offer you shelter from the storms of life, and I whisper reassurance into your ear that no weapon formed against you can prevail when you remain in my watchful care. Even when you feel the onslaught of discouragement or the sting of betrayal, remember that I stand resolute, protecting your heart from the worst the world can hurl your way. I am not a distant protector who watches from afar. I am intimately involved in your battles, fighting on your behalf in realms you cannot see. Therefore, keep faith in my promise, knowing that my power exceeds all that opposes you, and my vigilance never ceases. I am your refuge in every storm, the calm in the midst of chaos, the lighthouse that beams guidance across tumultuous waters. There is no moment in your life in which my protective arms are withdrawn, for my watchfulness is constant and my desire to keep you safe is steadfast. When the winds of adversity howl and threaten to topple your resolve, rest in my shelter and let me anchor you securely. Do not let fear take root, for fear is a thief that seeks to rob you of peace. But in my presence you find courage to stand, even when the world seems to shift beneath your feet. Let this assurance settle into your very soul. I am here, I am strong, and I will never allow you to face life's tempests unaided. In times when your circumstances feel overwhelming, know that I am already orchestrating a solution, even if you cannot perceive it yet. I hold the keys to doors that appear locked, the blueprint for paths that seem non-existent, and the strategies for battles that seem unwinnable. My plans for you are woven with threads of grace and filled with promises that cannot fail, for my word stands firm beyond time itself. Even when doubt whispers that all is lost, trust that my design for your future stands unshaken. Do not let your heart grow weary in uncertainty, for I am the one who sees tomorrow as clearly as you see this very moment, and I have already made a way for you to walk in victory. Keep pressing forward, my beloved, and remain confident that I go before you, clearing obstacles and preparing blessings. I implore you to turn your face toward me and speak your heart, knowing that your prayers matter deeply. You do not need elaborate speeches or rituals. Rather, share your hopes, your fears, your dreams, and your struggles as though we were seated together in the quiet dawn, discussing the matters of your life with gentle honesty. When you pray, you open a channel through which my grace flows freely, washing over your anxieties, cleansing your doubts, and refreshing your spirit. Prayer is not just an act of petition, it is a communion of hearts, a sacred exchange where you entrust me with your cares, and I bestow upon you my peace. Do not let pride or shame stifle your words. Speak to me in your own language, your own rhythm, for every syllable uttered in sincerity captivates my heart. I delight in the moments when you come to me without pretense or fear, revealing your innermost thoughts and feelings. I do not judge your honest questions, nor do I cast aside your raw emotions. Instead, I welcome them. Whenever you lift your voice to heaven, whether in joyous gratitude or in desperate pleading, know that I am listening more attentively than you could ever imagine. I do not become weary of your prayers, nor do I turn away from your cries. Call upon me in your day of trouble, and I will be there. I will speak comfort to your spirit, give clarity to your mind, and pour out my strength to sustain you. Place your hand in mine through prayer, and watch how my power works wonders you once thought impossible. In those moments when you are uncertain about how to pray, remember that you can simply utter my name. You can whisper a plea for help. You can sigh with a yearning for hope. Nothing is hidden from my sight, and I understand the language of your heart better than you do. If all you can manage is a tearful cry or a trembling breath or a silent ache, I receive it as a precious prayer. Indeed, I respond not only to eloquent words but to genuine hearts. Therefore, do not resist pouring out your soul before me, for I stand ready to fill every empty space with my solace, to replace every ache with renewed faith, and to transform every distress with a divine tranquility that the world cannot give. In that beautiful exchange of prayer, I pour my spirit into your life, bestowing the gift of peace that surpasses your comprehension. Know that your trust in me is not futile. When you open your heart to trust my guidance, you invite my supernatural power into your circumstances. Trust means recognizing that I see the bigger picture, that I understand the hidden intricacies of your life's tapestry, and that I weave each thread with precision and boundless love. Do not fret if my timing seems different from your expectations. I am never late, though I know your impatience may say otherwise. I ask that you rest in my wisdom, believing that all things will come together for your good in their appointed season. When you place your worries into my hands, you free your soul from the shackles of anxiety, and you allow me the full liberty to work mightily on your behalf. Embrace trust and watch my miracles bloom like flowers in a desert. My dear child, do not fear your enemies, nor be disheartened by obstacles that stand tall before you, for I am the one who conquers giants. Do you remember how a young shepherd faced a mighty warrior with nothing but a sling and unwavering faith? My power was manifested in that humble moment, proving that victory is not determined by human logic or earthly weapons, but by my sovereign hand. Therefore, come to me with your smallest concerns and your greatest battles alike, for I am more than able to topple every barrier. Whenever you feel cornered by forces seen or unseen, recall that I am the same one who parted seas, who fed multitudes with a mere handful of food, who breathed life into dust. I am the God who transforms impossibilities into triumphs, and I am wholly devoted to your well-being. I know how circumstances can cloud your vision, making you feel cornered, unsure, or too timid to hope. That is precisely why I invite you to lift your gaze above the waves, to see me walking upon the stormy waters, extending my hand toward you. The wind may howl, the skies may grow dark, but I stand unmoved, and I bid you to trust that I will not allow you to be overwhelmed. This is not merely a comforting fable. This is the reality of my presence in your life. Fix your eyes on me, and though the wind may roar, my peace will calm the tempest in your heart. Remember, my beloved, I have not given you a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. Take a step closer to me right now, for I wait eagerly to show you what lies beyond your current horizon. When worry about your future tries to cast a long shadow over your heart, let my assurance be a lamp unto your feet, guiding you to trust that I have already gone before you, clearing the path of hidden snares and planting seeds of blessings where you least expect them. Turn away from the voices that predict failure and listen to my steady voice, the voice that tells you my plans are filled with hope, that your tomorrow is secure under my watchful care, and that I do not withhold any good thing from those who truly seek me. I want you to realize that you have nothing to lose when you surrender to my will, for in yielding to me, you gain the fullness of my purpose, which outshines every earthly aspiration. If you ever feel uncertain about the nature of your relationship with me, remember the simple invitation I extend. Come to me. It is not complicated, nor is it restricted to a select few. I made you, and I long to guide you back to the fountain of living water that quenches every thirst. You may question your worthiness, but I call you anyway. You may be bogged down by guilt or fear, but I open my arms all the same. You may wonder if I can truly transform your situation, but I assure you that I can, and I will. The door to my heart stands wide open, and in my presence you will find not condemnation or coldness, but the warm embrace of grace, the gentle reassurance of love, and the unmistakable power of a divine promise. Surrender your worries and step toward me, for I am ready to renew your strength, ignite your faith, and illuminate your path. Look ahead with anticipation, my child, for I have countless miracles waiting to unfold in your life. I plant dreams in your heart, and I cultivate them with my own hands, ensuring that in due season they will bear fruit that exceeds your imagination. Do not be discouraged by delays, for often these waiting periods refine your character, building resilience and trust. Whether your challenge is finding peace in chaos, healing from past wounds, or walking through a door of opportunity, I'm on the other side, beckoning you forward. Yes, there may be storms, but I promise you that no storm is permanent, and the rainbow of my faithfulness will surely appear. Stay steadfast, beloved, and see how I turn every trial into a testimony of my goodness. When you find yourself at a crossroads, unsure of which direction to choose, rest in my promise that I will direct your steps. I do not leave you to wander aimlessly. I offer guidance through my word, through the nudging of my spirit, and through the lessons you learn along the way. Even if you feel you have lost track or made a wrong turn, I am the God who skillfully redirects your path, using every detour to display my redemptive power. Therefore, place your decisions in my hands, acknowledging that I know the end from the beginning, and my perspective surpasses your own. Do not be anxious about tomorrow, for you do not stand alone. I walk with you, and in my company, every path leads to growth and transformation. My love for you will never fade, but will remain a constant source of encouragement as you journey onward. When despair threatens to overshadow your spirit, cling to this knowledge. My love is stronger than any sorrow, deeper than any regret, higher than any mountain of trouble you might face. In the quiet moments, when your heart softens and your spirit opens, you will sense my love pouring into you like a gentle waterfall, washing away doubts and renewing your hope. That love is not dependent upon your performance or perfection, but flows eternally because you are mine. And if I would not spare the greatest sacrifice to show you my devotion, how much more will I provide everything you need for life and godliness? I say to you, rise each day with renewed optimism, for I have graced you with another opportunity to see my hand at work in your life. Let my promises echo within you. I will guide, I will protect, I will heal, I will restore. Even when the obstacles are colossal, never forget that I am greater. Even when the storms rage with fury, never forget that I am your peace. Even when your resources seem insufficient, never forget that I am the one who multiplies loaves and fishes, turning lack into abundance. Let these truths sink deep into your heart and allow them to spark a flame of expectation that something miraculous is happening, even in the places you least suspect. Do not yield to fear, for it has no power over a heart anchored in my unchanging love. I cherish the moments when you take even a small step of faith toward me, believing that I will honor your trust. Every single act of faith, no matter how tiny, creates ripples in the spiritual realm, stirring up blessings and breakthroughs. Even a mustard seed of faith can move mountains when placed in my hands. Therefore, hold fast to the confidence that I am alive, working tirelessly in your favor, orchestrating encounters, shaping circumstances, and stirring hearts. Your part, beloved, is to hold on to hope, to pray without ceasing, and to step forward, even if it means stepping into the unknown. I, for my part, am fully committed to upholding you, meeting you in that place where faith meets possibility. As you place your trust in me, you will perceive a shift in your perspective. Suddenly, that which once seemed impossible begins to resemble a glorious opportunity for my power to be revealed. Your mind will open to new insights, your soul will awaken to unexpected blessings, and your spirit will rise with joy that defies logic. You will see that I am indeed faithful, and your heart will testify that my presence is not just a theoretical idea, but a living, breathing reality that energizes your every step. So do not shrink back. Instead, declare boldly, I will trust my God, for he has never failed me. And see how that declaration becomes the anthem of victory, echoing through every challenge you face. I want you to envision the future as bright and filled with promise, for I, the Lord of all creation, delight in giving good gifts to my children. I am not an adversary seeking to entrap you. I am your loving Father, longing to see you flourish in both body and soul. When you dream according to my will, you align yourself with the abundant life I have prepared. So allow yourself to dream again. Dare to let your hopes rise to the heavens. Picture yourself walking in freedom, embracing new possibilities, witnessing transformations in relationships, finances, health, and spiritual depth. Think of these not as distant fantasies, but as realities that I am already shaping on your behalf. Do not let the voices of negativity or the memory of past disappointments quench your enthusiasm. Instead, let each past struggle serve as a testament to my sustaining grace, each disappointment a stepping stone to a future shaped by my redemption. Remember how the barren were blessed with offspring, how the discouraged found renewed strength, how the frightened found boldness, all because they trusted in me. It is my nature to lift up those who are cast down, to restore that which is broken, and to breathe life into what seems hopeless. Therefore, keep pressing forward, anticipating that my goodness will radiate like the morning sun, bathing your days in warmth and possibility. Stand confidently, for I am by your side, making the crooked paths straight and shining my light into every dark corner. In the seasons when your spirit feels dull and jaded by the weight of daily life, remind yourself that my love is an ever-flowing fountain. It does not dry up simply because you feel disconnected or weary. I stand ready to reignite your passion, rekindle your joy, and refuel your determination. Like an artist's brush, I will paint renewed purpose across your life's canvas, using shades of grace, mercy, and hope. Open your heart to me, let my spirit fill you to overflowing, and you will experience a refreshing unlike any you have known. Even when the world says you should give up, I say, persevere, my dear one, for your perseverance in faith will yield a harvest more bountiful than you can envision. When you encounter trials, do not assume they signify my absence or disapproval. On the contrary, these testing times often become the soil in which your faith is cultivated and strengthened. I do not delight in your suffering, but I will redeem every bit of it to bring forth endurance, character, and hope. Think of how grains of wheat must be threshed to separate the chaff, how gold is refined by fire to remove impurities, how seeds must break open in darkness before sprouting into the light. These processes are not pleasant, yet they yield great reward. So when you face adversity, trust me to use it for good, forging resilience and deepening your closeness with me. Let this understanding calm your anxious mind and embolden your spirit. I realize the weight of your cares can threaten to crush your hope, yet I encourage you to cast them upon me, for I care for you more than words can express. Your tears, your sighs, your unspoken longings, each is a precious fragment of your journey, and none of them escapes my notice. Imagine each worry as a stone, and picture yourself setting these stones at my feet, entrusting them to my strength. What is too heavy for you is never too heavy for me. By letting go of these burdens, you open your heart to receive the comfort, freedom, and joy I desire you to have. So do not hesitate. Release every care, every doubt, and every fear to me, and discover the profound rest that comes from surrendering to the one who holds the entire universe in his hands. I promise you that I am opening new doors for you, even in areas where you once felt locked out or defeated. It may not yet be evident, but in the quiet chambers of destiny, I am orchestrating breakthroughs that will catch you by surprise. What you perceive as a setback may simply be the prelude to your greatest comeback, for I specialize in taking what the enemy intended for harm and using it for your uplift and my glory. Stand upon my word, which holds a track record of countless fulfilled promises. Let your heart soar with anticipation, for your story is far from over, and the climax is being shaped by my purposeful hand. My child, allow hope to be your companion and faith to be your guide. The impossible becomes possible when placed in my realm. Recall how the broken and the overlooked rose to places of honor in my narrative, how the one who felt unworthy to speak became a mighty mouthpiece of truth, and how the barren wound up rejoicing with a full heart. These transformations are not mere tales of ages past, but ongoing testimonies of my divine intervention in human lives. Your name, your story, your future, all rest in my caring wisdom, and I will ensure that your labor of faith is never in vain. Remain expectant, for with every breath, you inch closer to the unveiling of a magnificent plan. My presence brings about a new perspective on life, where challenges become opportunities to experience my miracle-working power. If only you could see how vast my love for you is, how limitless my capacity to sustain you, you would run to me without hesitation. Stop for a second and consider, what burden can overshadow my glory? Which giant can surpass my might? Which prison cell can withstand the power of my freedom-bringing word? None. Absolutely none. Therefore, do not undervalue the potency of my hand in your life. Even when you feel small, I am great. When you feel lost, I am the guiding light. When you feel weak, I infuse you with my boundless strength. Let this reality ignite a spark of audacious faith within you. I want you to envision yourself set free from every chain, walking with a renewed sense of confidence, not based on your own abilities, but anchored in the certainty of who I am. You see, I am the eternal constant in your life, unchanged by fluctuations of time or circumstance. While all else may shift or crumble, I remain your solid rock. When anxiety strikes, reminding you of past failures or future uncertainties, summon this simple truth. I am unchanging in my commitment to love and rescue you. My faithfulness stands firm as the earth itself, and even beyond. Let your heart find rest in that constancy, for I will not abandon you in this hour or in any hour to come. Place your hope in me and watch the difference it makes in the way you see yourself, your challenges, and your purpose. Suddenly, what once seemed an insurmountable hurdle begins to shrink under the weight of my power and grace. You begin to approach life with a quiet confidence, not because you trust your own strength, but because you trust my promise to never leave you nor forsake you. This is the transforming power of hope centered on me. It elevates your perspective, enabling you to see beyond the gloom of the present, anticipating the glorious dawn that I assure you awaits. Hold on to this hope like a lifeline, for it cannot fail. I encourage you to share your testimony of faith with others, to proclaim how I have carried you through hardships, opened impossible doors, and turned hopeless situations around. Whenever you testify of my goodness, you fortify your own faith and impart courage to those who hear you. Your story becomes a testament that nothing is too difficult for the one who created heaven and earth. So do not hide your past struggles or your present victories. By sharing them, you become a beacon of my grace, illuminating the path for others who might be stuck in darkness. And as you testify, your own conviction in my power and faithfulness grows stronger. Let me remind you of a truth that transcends circumstances. My love is unconditional, which means nothing you do or fail to do can diminish it. I love you when you are victorious, and I love you when you stumble. I love you in your moments of greatest devotion, and I love you in your hours of doubt. Should you fall, I am right there to lift you up, dust you off, and encourage you to keep moving forward. My love is not fickle or easily angered. It is steadfast and eternal, shaped by the very essence of who I am. Let this knowledge penetrate the depths of your heart, dispelling shame, regret, and fear. If you anchor your identity in my unfailing love, you will walk in a freedom that surpasses all earthly understanding. In those moments when you question whether you are worthy of my attention, remember how I clothed the lilies of the field, giving them more splendor than even kings possessed. If I so care for a mere flower that blooms for only a season, how much more will I care for you, my precious child, made in my own image and formed for everlasting fellowship. Your significance is rooted not in fleeting accomplishments or public accolades, but in the simple fact that I have declared you precious. Let this truth settle in your mind as a salve against any inferior thoughts. Rest confidently, knowing that my tender gaze is ever upon you, my ears always open to your cries, and my hand always ready to guide you onto safer, higher ground. Keep your spirit open to my voice, which softly beckons you toward paths of righteousness, peace, and joy. Whether through the truth of Scripture, the gentle prompting in your heart, or the wise counsel of those around you, I make my guidance clear to those who seek it. I understand how complex life can become, how choices can appear tangled and each step uncertain. Yet I promise that as you commit your ways to me, I will direct your paths in such a way that all things align for your ultimate good and my glory. You do not have to walk in confusion. I illuminate your way, one step at a time. Trust my guidance, for it will not lead you astray. My dear one, I urge you to cling to faith, that beautiful gift which enables you to see beyond the seen, to grasp the promises of a reality shaped by my word, not by the shifting sands of earthly logic. Faith breaks the chains of doubt and fear, allowing you to stand tall in situations that seem insurmountable. Remember how the faithful triumphed in ages past. Walls crumbled, lions' mouths were shut, seas parted, all at the sound of faith-filled obedience to my word. In your life, too, faith will unlock doors, heal wounds, restore dreams, and mend relationships. Embrace faith as a living, active force in your daily walk and witness how it transforms every area of your being. As you stand at the brink of new beginnings or wrestle with ongoing challenges, ground yourself in the knowledge that I have already prepared a bright future for you. My plan does not promise the absence of trials, but it guarantees my presence through every valley and my strength in every battle. Lean on my everlasting arms and find your courage in the knowledge that the one who created the cosmos has called you by name. Your steps are ordered, your future secure, and your destiny is wrapped in layers of grace. Therefore, approach each new chapter with confidence, breathing in the sweetness of hope, exhaling the bitterness of doubt. And now, my beloved, pause and hear my final assurance. I will never leave you. My devotion to you is unwavering, a covenant written in the ink of my own faithfulness and sealed with my eternal word. Let that promise fortify your heart against the voices that say you are alone, misunderstood, or forsaken. Such voices are false, for I declare, you are never alone, for I am always with you, enveloping you in my infinite love. Whenever you feel abandoned or isolated, recall my words, for they stand as an anchor amid the swirling tides of emotion. Take comfort, rest in my arms, and journey onward with the blessed certainty that my presence is your constant companion. I now speak blessing over your life and your loved ones. I bless your home, that it may be filled with my peace. I bless your work, that it may prosper by my grace. I bless your relationships, that they may reflect the unity and love found within my heart. Above all, I bless your spirit, that it may commune with me freely, bearing fruit that enriches not only you, but all who encounter you. I want you to sense my divine favor resting upon you, opening doors and guiding you toward promises yet unseen. Receive this blessing, letting it be the wind in your sails, propelling you forward into the expansive horizon of hope. So now, walk on, carrying within you the assurance that you are cherished, protected, and equipped for every good work. Let your eyes remain fixed on the hope that I have set before you, never losing sight of the truth that the best is yet to come. Your faith in my promises will light the way, your trust in my love will keep you stable, and your commitment to prayer will continually connect you to the limitless resources of my grace. Rise each day with the joyful expectancy that I, the one who created you and upholds the universe, am at work in the details of your life, weaving together a tapestry of triumph. Take heart and be of good courage, for I go with you. I want you to carry these words close, to revisit them when doubts arise, and to let them remind you of my unwavering devotion. Let them echo in your spirit. I love you. I will not forsake you. I have great plans for you, and I am molding every circumstance for your ultimate good. In all situations, whether you find yourself on mountaintops of celebration or in valleys of challenge, recall that my presence is your most valuable treasure, my love your greatest comfort, and my power your surest defense. Place your hand in mine, allow your soul to rest, and stride forward with renewed resolve, for the dawn of new blessings already breaks upon the horizon. As we draw to a close of this gentle counsel, let the flame of hope within you burn brightly, illuminating your spirit with a warmth that transcends understanding. Abide in the shelter of my promises, and let the richness of my grace color every experience you encounter. Steadfastly believe that I turn every sorrow into a stepping stone toward joy, that I knit together every disappointment into a tapestry of meaning, and that I crown every season of waiting with a harvest of fulfillment. So find reason to rejoice today, not based on fleeting circumstances, but rooted in the knowledge that I am the one who holds your past, present, and future. I seal this message in my endless love for you. My child, Go forth with confidence, for I walk with you, side by side, imparting victory, peace, and assurance. My heart is eternally woven to yours, and nothing shall separate you from my love. Walk in the fullness of my blessings. Celebrate each new day as an opportunity for growth and discovery, anchored by faith in my promises. Trust that I will use your life to shine my light, to bring hope where there is despair, and to manifest my goodness in the land of the living. You are loved, you are treasured, and you are covered by my grace. Now rest in my everlasting arms and look forward with unshakable confidence, because the very best is yet to come.